to the Savings Angel Show. I'm Josh Elledge, the Chief Executive Angel at savingsangel.com, podcasting to you from the beautiful city of Orlando, Florida. I'm an extremely busy consumer expert, money-saving advocate, syndicated newspaper columnist, and the guy who turns digital entrepreneurs into media celebrities at upendpr.com. I love what I do, and I can't wait to get going on today's episode. Now, as we head into the heaviest shopping season of the year, I want to be sure you are prepared to save more, earn more, and live more abundantly. That's why today I have how to ignore shrewd credit card offers and avoid new debt. Also, I'm going to have my friends from Credible with solutions for your debt should you already have some. We're going to knock that out. And we're going to talk about some holiday and special event savings through 90 Days to Abundance over at Savings Angel. And I have a way that you can save 40% off already up to 90% off discounts on clothing. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So here we go. During the holiday shopping, credit card companies are hard at work. They've built huge, successful businesses on the fact that despite sincerest and best intentions, most people lose track of how much they've charged and do not pay off their balances before interest begins to accrue. Now, any savings or benefits you originally earned using the card can be quickly wiped out. And during holiday shopping in particular, we're presented with offers nearly every place we shop. So here's how to ignore shrewd credit card offers and avoid new debt. Now, how no interest or zero interest really works. You're offered 0% interest or no interest for a specified amount of time, such as 6 months or even a year. Now, this can seem like a good idea, but can set you up mentally to take on too much debt. This is because psychologically, it can feel like free money. And I just have my little air quotes there with my fingers. It's not free money. Please note that 0% interest or deferred interest for cards or offers by places like furniture stores can be even more dangerous. If you don't pay off every penny within the allotted time, the interest can be back calculated to the original amount borrowed, regardless of what you already paid down and how little you may still owe. And it's calculated for the entire time period. This can result in a hefty new balance. Retroactive interest can be activated by other slip-ups, such as a single late payment, any payment that doesn't meet the minimum requirement, and going over your credit limit can all activate this. This is scary stuff that you need to take very, very seriously. So be sure to read the fine print before even considering these types of offers that look good on the surface. Now, let's talk about how interest rates can change on you. When any special offers conclude, interest rates are often higher than you might expect, as high as like 23%. That is a lot of money. Now, as if that wasn't bad enough, what many people also don't realize is that card companies are fully within their rights to jack up interest rates if a borrower goes more than 60 days without making a payment. Although you can ask for your rate to be reduced after making 6 months worth of on-time payments, the interest accrued during that time period can really set you back. So let's talk about how extra amounts or extra percentages off at the register work. Because card issuers rely on impulse to drive these types of signups. You're at the register and the clerk asks if you'd like to save an extra 15% off your purchase today by applying for a new store branded credit card. Now, maybe the clerk even gives you an additional savings pass for every purchase made that day in the store. Now, this is absolute one of the worst ways to get a new credit card. Not only are you making a decision on the fly, the cashier likely knows next to nothing about the credit card agreement details, and you don't have time when you're in line. People are waiting in line behind you to read the fine print before you say, yeah, okay, free money? Sure, I'll take that deal. Now, let's talk about other reasons why this is a horrible, horrible deal. first off, the interest rate is almost always going to be higher than the percentage you save. Now, that means that if you don't pay the full balance off before the interest accrues, you'll pay more than if you just said, no thanks. Second, getting an amount off like 15% is so common, you can probably save that much with a coupon or coupon code easily. Finally, this impulse sign up is designed to do one thing: entice you to buy more than you originally planned, which is the real reason they make these kinds of shrewd offers in the first place. So, let's talk about how sign-up bonuses, points, miles, double miles, and cash back might not be worth it. In fact, it probably isn't worth it, depending on your behavior. Now look, I'm not going to say this is for everyone, but I need to make sure that you know where the things are that could really trip you up. And again, who's offering this and why are they offering this? Well, it's the card companies are offering this. And why do they offer these points off and bonuses and double points and miles and blah, 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 blah? Because they know the numbers much better than you. Matter of fact, they know you better than you may know yourself. Now, the card company promises you extra points, airline miles, cash back, sign-up bonus, whatever, to get you to spend with their card. But they know something you might not realize unless you carefully read the fine print and details. It takes a lot of spending to add up to much of a return via cashback point offers or their compensation. Let's take 1% cashback offers. Now, I use that because I love to charge through my PayPal account because it's 1% extra savings. I'm not accruing interest. It just automatically debits to my bank account. So I still get the 1%. I don't have to worry about all the other junk. Now, another thing, there are other retailers that will offer this. Target, of course, has a card that will do this. Amazon, if you're really careful, Amazon, you can get yourself in trouble. It doesn't immediately debit to your account that I know of, but Amazon's pretty good. You get, I think it's like 5%, which ain't too bad. But here's the thing. Let's just take a look at the 1%. I mean, it's good, right? It's a little bit of free money, but is it worth the risk? I don't know, because you have to spend $1,000 just to get $10 worth of anything. So that's why the card company is happy to give you the cash back. They probably already got the money from you in the first place in interest and fees. Now think of it like this. Would you buy if I offered to sell you something marked up 23% over the regular price with a promise of a glorious 1% discount at the purchase? What if I throw in another 1% cash back after you paid me? Not interested? Yeah, me neither. But that's how credit cards work. So what happens? Now, listen, if you're listening to this and you've got some credit card debt, now I know that there are consumer guys out there, consumer gals out there that are going to make you feel a little bit bad if you have credit card debt. I'm not that guy, all right? And not all of them do. Some do, I don't, all right? It is what it is. My job is to help you get more out of life. I don't want you accruing debt. I want you to be real smart about this, however. But if you have debt, guess what? You're not alone, right? That's pretty common in our country. So if you have credit card debt, or you find it impossible to avoid this holiday season using your credit card, there is a solution for that too. Now, highly trusted crediblecom offers the ability to refinance your credit card debt into a low-interest loan, saving you hundreds in interest and potentially months of payments. You might also look at transferring your balance to a lower interest, or if you can get a 0% interest over 6 to 12 months, you've got your debt roll-up payment, your debt snowball, your debt tsunami, whatever you want to call it, right? I would much rather you pay 0% over the next 6 to 12 months than 18 to 23%. It's just working against you. Again, I know some people might argue against it. I don't. I like math. I love the maths. So to help us out, I actually have Rob Human from credible.com to kind of explain some options that you might have available to you. And we're also going to talk about the fact that millennials, yeah, they're racking up a little bit of credit card debt, and it actually ranks as the number one issue that's stressing them out. So let's get to my conversation with Rob Human of credible.com. And so with us right now, we've got Rob Human, who is the Director of Business Operations with crediblecom. Rob, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure to join you, Josh.
So I want to talk about this new survey that credible.com did, and it revealed that millennials rank their credit card debt as the scariest issue in their daily lives. Is this for real?
It is. It is. We sort of anticipated a few things scaring millennials, but didn't expect that this would come out in front.
What else are they scared of besides credit card debt?
With all the issues going on in the world at the moment, we think climate change, nuclear war, amongst other issues, and we thought they may have been at the forefront of our consumers' minds.
But not so. Why do you think that credit card debt is number one then as the scariest issues facing millennials?
Credit cards are part of our daily lives, and you will use your credit card when you go to the shops, when you go to the hairdresser, when you are doing just your daily things, and you don't necessarily see the money leaving your wallet. So it's when you get that bill at the end of the month and the cycle, and you get that bill shock. So I think that is something that scares consumers because they realize, hey, like that's just the part of the way I live. And if that debt is going to hang over their head for a long period of time, then that can be quite a worrisome thing.
Now, when we're speaking about millennials, what age range are we referring to?
Yeah, it's one of those terms that gets bandied around, but I think it's not often there's a universal agreement. I think that the time frame that we tend to gravitate to is between 1980 and 1994 as the year of birth.
So we're looking at about 20 to 35, somewhere in there, where the kind of the vast majority of their adulthood was after the new millennium.
Right. And you tell that I'm biased in making it, so I'm included in that millennials age bracket because I don't want to be as later than that.
I have comfortably flown that coop. I'm a Gen Xer, which brings me to my next question is this an issue that is more predominant amongst millennials as opposed to, say, me and maybe Gen Xers maybe 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, it's a good question because millennials sometimes get a bad rap in the press. And if you look at the latest numbers from the Credit Bureau TransUnion, the big picture is that there's quite a bit of growth in the number of credit card accounts in 2016. And this was followed by a significant increase in total outstanding credit card balances in this year as well. Americans now owe $731 billion in credit card debt, which is a 7% increase from a year ago. And the average balance carried by millennials is up 12% from a year ago to just over $4,000. That compares to a 4.9% increase for Gen Xers and a less than 1% increase for baby boomers. The good news is, though, that for millennials is that they seem to be doing a pretty good job of handling the larger debt loads. They actually saw the smallest increase in the percentage of borrowers who are 90 days delinquent of any age group. So it's fair to say that while millennials are taking full advantage of the credit that lenders are willing to extend to them, they're not necessarily being reckless about it.
I love that. I would hope, being on this side of things, that maybe access to information is a helpful force in maybe not just relying on marketing from maybe credit card providers, but that they're actually listening to a wealth of resources that are available on the internet or from other teachers out there that are advocating for responsible credit card usage.
Yeah, I think it's a fair comment, and it probably goes to a macro trend amongst consumers, and smart consumers, I should say, who are moving to, or I should say, expecting and demanding of information provided by end issuers or lenders, and just generally in the market for that transparency, simplicity, and choice in and when they're making consumer financial decisions. And there's no shortage of resources out there for consumers to navigate to.
Is our total credit card debt for Americans, has that been steadily increasing, or has there been a little bit of up and down?
That has been steadily increasing. I don't have the numbers at hand, but the trend is certainly one of upward trend. Yeah.
And how do you think that credit card debt differs from student loan debt in the eyes of millennials? See, I would think that their lingering student loan debt would maybe be a bigger impact for most millennials?
Yeah, so credit card balances tend to be much smaller than student loan debt. The key difference is the interest rates on credit cards are typically significantly higher, around the 13 to 15% on average. So while most millennials are confident they'll be able to pay off their credit cards within a year, they're also not that happy about the interest charges that they're going to pay. On the other hand, rates on student loans are usually not as high as credit cards, and they're somewhat between 4.5% and 7% for government loans taken out, and that's this year in particular. But it's not unusual for graduates to carry tens of thousands of dollars in educational debt and to be paying them off over a period of 20 or 25 years. So what's more of an inconvenience in student loan debt is that it's actually delaying life goals, potentially getting married, depending on the expectations of the partner and the wedding they want to have, of course, and also their home that they want to buy, starting a business, or even going back to graduate school. So different burdens and sort of at different life stages potentially being affected.
Well, so crediblecom is a very respected source amongst my personal finance friends, teachers and educators when it comes to what does somebody do with their student loan debt. They obviously can go to credible.com and they can shop for a much better rate. And we actually have some great resources at savingsangel.com. So you can kind of read my review of credible.com and why we're big fans. But can you kind of explain what else credible.com may have that could assist people either with credit card debt or student loan debt?
Sure. So Credible is a marketplace for consumer finance products. As you mentioned, we're on student loan refinancing, private student loans, personal loans, and we most recently launched a credit card marketplace. What we do that other sites do not is that we actually provide personalized and pre-qualified offers for our consumers within 90 seconds. We ask just a short form of information, and we're then able to work with the credit bureaus and our lending partners to then display a dashboard of pre-qualified and personalized offers for that consumer. So we're not saying here's a rate range you're going to get between 4 and 11%, and you end up getting 9% if you actually apply directly with that lender. What we'll say is, hey, Josh, you're going to get 6.35% with lender A. You will get 6.45% with lender B, 6.2% with lender C. And we're giving you all the information at your disposal to make the best decision possible for your needs. It's much like if you went for Kayak or Expedia, if you were looking for flights or accommodation, you're getting that same great user experience, but shopping for your consumer finance products. So that's for your student loan or your personal loan. Another great resource, as I mentioned, is our recently launched credit card marketplace. Really excited about this because it is a product. Credit cards, as we sort of mentioned, are a product which a lot of consumers have in the US. It is the largest consumer finance product by volume. And we have seen that our users actually have more credit cards on average than the average American. So we thought, okay, here's a time where we can further that mission, as I mentioned before, of providing transparency and choice to consumers. So by partnering with our great card issuer partners on our platform, we actually are able to offer that now in credit cards. We've got 6 different categories that we provide that comparison for. I think we've got over 50 cards on the platform now. And depending on what type of card you're looking for, we actually do the work for you.
I need to say this just for someone who's saying, wait a minute, is Josh telling me to go out and get 5 credit cards when I have 0 credit card debt? And that's not what I'm saying at all. I think, and Rob, I think you'll back me up on this. What we're talking about is if you already have a credit card and you have a balance, and that balance is 16, 18, 20 some percent, that's silly. I mean, if you otherwise have decent credit, you could pay that off. But by goodness, I mean, do it at 8% or less rather than 18 to 22%.
Right. And that's a great point of clarification. We're not telling anybody to go out and advocating for getting the credit card. You should do what is right for your own personal needs. In the situation there you've given is a great example of where credit card consolidation may make sense, and the Credible's personal loan marketplace would be a place that a consumer might want to go to run out that scenario which you just described.
What I like about this, Rob, is that you're providing clarity to the process. And I think that you're being upfront, where I think I've seen other comparison, they were still quite vague on what exactly you're getting or what you might qualify for. So it's a little scary. I think, for me, I like to know everything about what I'm going to get before I go through that process. Yep. So this is a very helpful tool that
I think it's a great point. And we realize these are big decisions that our consumers are making, and we are obsessed with the customer experience. So we really want to make this a great experience for a difficult financial decision. And often, Josh, it's the first time they're making a decision like this on their own or outside of the guidance of potentially their parents or guardians around them. So this is about providing that simplicity and that clarity that you mentioned for them to be totally informed of what product they're moving into.
So credible.com, and that's CREDIBLE.com. Of course, you can just go to savingsangel.com, and we've got lots of information about why consumer experts like myself and many others do appreciate the tools that Credible has put together to better handle the debt in our lives, whether that is a student loan debt, other loans, or in this case, we're talking about credit card debt. Rob, thank you so much for this time. I'm going to have you back next week because I do have a few more questions about credit card debt, specifically with millennials as well. I'd like to thank Rob Human from credible.com for joining us during this show. Also, I want to thank credible.com for sponsoring this segment. It's my job to introduce you to good products and services that can ultimately help you live more abundantly. This is not about taking on more debt. This is about being smart if you should happen to have debt already, and that you know all of the options that are available to you. So again, thank you so much to credible.com. Now, I don't know about you, but I love a personalized photo calendar. We've got family members that create these and they send them out as Christmas gifts. I really love the years that we've been able to do this. And you see pictures of your family and all the fun times you've had together over the past year. I mean, it puts a smile on my face every time. I love looking back at photos. That's why I have to mention an exclusive offer for the Savings Angel Show listeners. It just crossed my desk from createphodocalendars.com. You can create a personalized photo calendar online in minutes. You just simply, and I've got a big savings for you. This is a lot better than anything I've seen on the internet. So when I found this, I was like, yep, got to share this deal. So here we go. You create a personalized photo calendar online minutes. You just input your favorite photos. Just simply upload your photos from your computer, your smartphone, your Instagram account directly. This couldn't be easier. Then you choose from a variety of photo page layouts and background designs, add birthdays, personal events, and of course, they save your events to make it easier to create a new calendar next year. Now, their calendars, top quality, and most orders print and ship within 48 hours. Now, here we go. Here's the special offer to all my Savings Angel friends. I don't want you to miss out because you can save up to 55% off. If you find a better deal, please let me know and I'll pass it along. This is about the best deal that I've seen. Just go to createphodocalendars.com to create your calendar and then use the promo code podcast during checkout. Once again, you go to createphodocalendars.com and use the promo code podcast. I found this deal and it's a good deal. I'm just in case Mrs. Elledge is listening. So one of my friends is putting together a calendar at createphodocalendars.com and for their family. No, Mrs. Elledge, just telling you about a story I heard about somebody else. But again, that promo code to get the 55% off, up to 55% off is podcast. You enter that during checkout, you get the special savings. Now, this coupon is good. You do have a deadline. It ends at the end of the year. So make sure that you get it done. It would be so wonderful. Imagine if you created this and you had all of these under the Christmas tree this year, I think it's phenomenal. It's going to make a great Christmas gift. Again, createphotocalendars.com. Use the coupon code podcast. Now, if you haven't already taken advantage of the 90 Days to Abundance Holiday and Special Events video series, you want to grab that before you get into the throes of all your holiday get-togethers and event planning over the next couple of months. So in this video series, there are several videos that are going to help you. We've organized it just by video, by video, by video, and we're going to step you through this step by step so you can get the most holiday for the money. Our Holiday Event 101 video is how to double the Christmas gifts and halve the cost. Number 2, hosting the ultimate Super Bowl party. That's coming up. Number 3, how and why to do all of your Christmas shopping online. I'm a big fan. Number 4, how to do your Thanksgiving dinner for less than $30. Some people, man, they do it all wrong. I don't want you doing that. Right? Next, watch this video before giving any gift cards. I've got a lot of great advice on how to buy, why to buy, what things to consider when you buy gift cards. Gift cards are now the number one most popular gift given at Christmas, and I want to make sure you do it right. And then finally, we're going to talk about how to stuff all your stockings for free. Now, these tips and several more can be found in my on-demand video series called 90 Days to Abundance. This is an entire series of ways you can save money on everything from groceries to utilities to lots more in between. And you can pick up this entire lollapalooza of savings for only $29. It used to be $99. Used to be $120. No. It used to be $29 for each video series. We have 10 of them. So yeah, I mean, you do the math, it's like 10%, it's like, 90% savings. So again, it's $29 right now, just simply because my team and I busted our tail to create this for it. We did so much research for this and created this video series for it. Look, you don't save your $29, you just come let me know and I'll give you your money back. But you should be able to save 10 times that amount every month for the rest of your life. Just go to our Savings Angel website. Lots of savings, one angel, that's me. Just go to savingsangel.com, click on the tab that says videos, and get your ultimate guide to getting upgrades and discounts on everything. Now, speaking of holidays and special events, one of our terrific sponsors has a special event going on right now. Swagbucks is doing their version of Doorbusters from now through December 3rd. Look at the calendar. You got until December 3rd to do this thing. Now, to find all those door-busting deals, simply go to savingsangel.com/swagbucks. Now, they've got a plethora of deals. I love that word. You remember that from Three Amigos, right? They have a plethora of deals going on right now that are going to help you save more and earn more Swagbucks that you can cash in on gift cards or even for cash. I love free money, and Swagbucks with the little Swagbucks button that you install in your browser, it's just like automatic free money. It is a huge no-brainer. Now, this holiday season, as you're looking ahead to holiday parties or family gatherings and all those pictures grandma likes to take, you'll want you and yours to look their best. And there's nothing like being able to get fashion at a fraction of the cost. You can do this. Here's how you do it. You shop online at Swapcom, my new favorite online clothing retailer. It's the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. Look, you may have already been knowing about Swap.com for years. I'm new to the game, all right? So cut me a little slack. It can be if you're not using it already, it's going to be your go-to source for everyone in the family. Now, maybe you want each family member to have a new sweater for your 2017 Christmas photo. Maybe you want ugly sweaters. Yeah, they got that too. No sweat. Swap.com has thousands of new sweaters in tons of different styles. And we're talking name brands too, like Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, and J.Crew. But you don't need to stop at sweaters. Swap can hook you up with a glitzy party dress or smart-looking suit. They have fun and frilly outfits for the girls and dapper dress-ups for the boys. No matter what you're looking for, dress or casual, you can shop thousands of selections, and I might add, at up to 90% off what the retail price was. I mean, if you were shopping and you found a rack that said 60 to 90% off everything in this rack, would you take some time and kind of flip through that stuff? Oh, you better believe I'd be on that. Now, swap.com adds between 6,000 to 10,000 new items every day. So if you don't find the perfect thing one day, you go again tomorrow, and it's like a whole new library collection. It's like a whole new store that's been set up for you. Imagine like a Kohl's or something like that, right? There's a lot to choose from. So what happens if it doesn't fit? You buy online clothes. Sometimes that's happened in the past, right? No worries. Swap.com offers hassle-free returns with 30 days, no questions asked, on any items that are a bad fit. Now you ready? I'm getting to the best part here. Okay, so if you're ready to check out swap.com, busy mom or dad, I have a special offer, and it's only for Savings Angel listeners. You find something better? Again, I'm the Savings Angel. You find something better, you let me know. I need to know this because I demand only the best, right? Here's how you can get 40. Now, I was offering 30%, and they had such a huge rush of people that were redeeming this code that they said, we're going to sweeten the pot because Christmas season is coming up. Your Savings Angel listeners are just amazing. I said, well, of course they are. Folks listen to this show for one reason. It's to learn how to be smarter with their money, be able to find great deals, get upgrades, hookups, and discounts on everything in their life so they can enjoy more of their money. Here's how you get 40% off, right? Plus free shipping for orders over $10. All you do is you use the promo code ANGEL40. That's ANGEL40. It's amazing how some people spell angle. It's not. It's ANGEL40. Now that's a holiday deal too good to pass up. Again, just go to swap.com, use the promo code ANGEL40, and you will get 40% off your first order at swap.com. Plus you get free shipping for orders over $10. Now, if you loved hearing everything on this podcast, would you take a minute and leave a 5-star review in iTunes? You don't have to, but if you do, you help an angel get their wings, and you help us get this podcast out to more people. The higher our rating, the more we're noticed. That's how iTunes works. And as always, if you have any specific questions or if there's something you'd like to hear me talk about, you could drop me a comment in the podcast feedback at our website. You can join our private Facebook group. It's private and exclusive, and I share deals that you won't find anywhere else. You can call my podcast hotline. I got the phone number. It's 407-205-9250, and you can leave me a message. I'll answer your question, write you back, or we do that. I write people back all the time. It works. With your permission, I might even share your question or story with others on this show. With that, my friend, have a wonderful week full of saving more, earning more, and living more abundantly. And thank you for listening. It's not free money.